Yes, once again, it's time to take a look at the things that make you go, So a news report just came in saying that the Russian government has said that it will fund the production of patriotic games, while titles that distort history could be banned in the country. The story from GameSpot.com continues. The main thing that we expect from the producers of video games is the realistic and historically truthful representation of events, said Arseny Mirnov, an aide to the Russian Cultural Minister Vladimir Medinsky. His comments came in a report from the Russian daily newspaper Avestia, translated and reported by The Hollywood Reporter. A video game has to not only have an entertainment value, but it also has to teach and be conducive to patriotic education, he added, while also stating that a negative image of the Russian warrior in games is not acceptable. The Russian Military History Society, led by Medinsky, is taking charge of the government's video game endeavors. The first project from the group will focus on the beginning of Russian military aviation during World War I. According to the report, the Russian government is currently negotiating with several local developers for the game, expected to be released in 2014, though none were named. Further government grants for additional patriotic games will be introduced, the report said. Russia's Cultural Ministry has said it is concerned about the content of some foreign games which discredit the Russian soldier and distort historic facts. Such games could be banned in the country, the ministry said. One example provided was Company of Heroes 2. Sales of the real-time strategy game were halted in Russia in August after numerous users expressed issue with the game's portrayal of the Soviet Union during World War II. Wow. Just when you thought that you saw the last of large-scale censorship, it rears its butt-ugly head once again. And as usual, the leading targets are the shooters that so many people play. And just what is the point of all this anyway? I mean, seriously, saving face in video games? Do they really think that the youth of the world is going to be swayed by the storylines in games, especially in shooters? Not the ones that have been made over the last several years. Just look at them. Sure, there are the rare cases out there that really make you think and examine just what those characters are going through and what war is really like, but for the most part, the shooter genre is pretty mindless. Players are looking for an enjoyable experience, not a history lesson. Tell me who to shoot, and I shoot. Tell me who to save, and I save. I mean, don't the bureaucrats in Russia have bigger things to worry about? Like, maybe a little thing called the Olympics? It's not like that's important, is it? And just look at the bad press they've already drummed up from that. Shouldn't they be more worried about fixing that first? Do they really want to start dealing in propaganda just to gain a little added influence with the youth of their country and the world? I sure hope not, because not only will it not work, but it is more likely to blow up in their faces as young people are much less naive than these politicians seem to think. I guess all we can do now is wait and see if this is all just a bunch of hot air to drum up support or something that the Russian government is really serious about. I sure hope not. As always, we'll keep our eyes open and see what happens next. That's all for now. Peace out.